Hey, thanks for coming by Tori Magoo 44. Today is April. It's April 6th. All right, we're starting out in April. April's a fun month for many different reasons. One is it's my brother's birthday this month. So if you happen to watch it, happy birthday to you a little bit early. And a lot of different things are happening around the world. The German interviews happened. If you haven't seen those, check it out at zenutv.com. CNN has done their interviews, which are, you can also see a copy of them at zenutv.com, or whyweprotest.net has both of these. Also, there's a German film that has come out that now has English subtitles, and that's on zenu.net under the media section. So these are things you can check out. But today I'm going to talk to you about Scientology, Tiger Woods, and denial. And why is that? Because I just heard an interview with Tiger Woods where he said what happened to him, how did it happen? It basically happened because of denial. And denial is a huge part of the Church of Scientology. If denial didn't exist, Scientology, in my opinion, wouldn't exist. Because you are not allowed to talk to anyone who has any facts about L. Ron Hubbard or the Church of Scientology that might be contrary to what they want you to know, right? I just spoke to someone last night who is very much doesn't want to know anything else about it because it's all good. And I said, I know it's all good. It does feel like it's all good. That's the tricky part of it. Because the people are nice, the people are good, it seems like it's a good thing, right? And I'm not saying all of it is bad, but the abusive things are bad. And you usually don't find out about those until you are way up here. And by then you are so snagged into it, it's very tricky to get out. Because all of your friends, they've slowly weeded out any and all of your friends and family who might have other opinions about Scientology. And most of who is around you and surrounded by you are Scientologists, right? Going, yeah, it works. Now, the odd thing about it is when you get out, you find out that most of those people, if not all, had similar feelings to you on this isn't working, right? Or parts of it you don't like, right? And they're like, yeah, that happened to me too, but you're not allowed to talk about it when you're in the Church of Scientology. Now, just think about it when you were younger. If somebody said, you're going to join a group where you're not allowed to talk ever about anything negative about this group. In fact, you can be declared a suppressive person, like equal to the devil, if you do really talk to someone else who's left and is telling you about it, right? Would you ever join something like that? You'd be like, no way, not in a million years, right? But that isn't the way they pitch it, is it? It's a lot of denial. If it wasn't denial, people that are in the Church of Scientology, my 30-year friends, could call me up and talk to me, right? Here's my phone. Give me a call. I'm here. You can talk to me. I will not bite you. But will they call? No. Will my ex-husband of 27 years talk to me? No. I and he had a child together. By that very nature, it's my opinion, for any family, they should be together with their children, in honor of their children. And the children who have disconnected from your parents, all I can say is shame on you. I would never do that. They tried to get me to disconnect from my mom, and she was antagonistic to Scientology. And I was like, no, I won't. She's my mother. That's the least, and we were not even great buddies at the time, but it was like the least I'm going to do is respect her as a mom. So I ended up doing what's called good roads, fair weather, where you talk about everything but Scientology, because God forbid she might tell you some of the facts, and you might wake up, right? Which they don't want to have happen. So it is a huge denial. I'm going to put up a link over here about Paulette Cooper. Now, Paulette Cooper, years and years ago, went into the church. She was a journalist. She said, hey, I'm going to check it out. She checked it out, wrote a book called The Scandal of Scientology. And you can read the story of her on Operation Freakout. But they had a planned program to take Paulette Cooper out and put her in prison. They snuck into her house, got stationery with her fingerprints on it, wrote a letter to the government, and they were just about ready to get her in prison when Operation Snowwhite happened, which I'll put a link up there also, which is where the government found out they were breaking into the federal government offices. Scientologists were, and I was in Scientology at the time. I didn't break into their offices, but I was in at the time. And they found out about it, did a huge raid at the building now called Celebrity Center. I lived on the 5th floor shortly before that. We had just moved out. And that's where the Guardian's office was, who broke into the federal government. Now, Scientologists will say, oh, that was the Guardian's office, that's over, we got rid of them, and all the evil people, and now we have the Office of Special Affairs. Well, here's the bad news about the Office of Special Affairs. They create the same kind of denial and the same kind of mind control that the Guardian's office did. They do the same kind of dirty tricks, if not worse now. So why do I mention Tiger Woods? Because Tiger mentioned the thing about denial. And Tiger, if you happen to somehow watch this, which I doubt you will, and I know people don't lecture me, he won't see it. You don't know. It's the internet. People see all kinds of things that normally they wouldn't see, including me, right? And I saw Andreas, who's in Norway, right? You know, it's like there's all kinds of, I didn't see him, but I got an email from him, and I talked to him, and he helped me. But they are going to be after Tiger Woods, because they're always after any celebrity, anytime, any way to get him in. Because once they can get that voice, then everybody goes, oh, so-and-so's for Scientology, we better go in and check it out. Now, also, they're always trying to recover people to help them, right? Do they really want to help them? Well, the people that are in probably want to help them. The executives want their name. That's it. That's what they want. Their name and their money. Let's not forget that. I know Tiger's a Buddhist. Stay a Buddhist. Scientologists tried to say, and I was at the event where they brought in some phony Buddhist monks and said these monks have now said L. Ron Hubbard was the original Buddha. We were in at the time and went, no way, no way, no way. So all I can say is read, look, listen. If they get to you, don't go to lunch at Celebrity Center, because that's your cue. They're going to try to rope you in. And I wish you well. I really do. You know, anybody who's gone through, you screwed up, you screwed up, you've admitted you've screwed up, and it's time to move on. So start golfing. That's what I would say. And, move on with your life. I hope you can rebuild your family. I really do. For the people, everyone that listens to this, if your family is broken up by Scientology, this is what I recommend. You either go public with it and call them up and say, either let me talk to my children or my family or my loved ones, or I'm going public with it, just like me. I talk about my ex-husband won't talk to me, and I make it very public because it's not okay with me at all. I don't think it's at all okay that they break up families. They stop free speech. I make that public. They stop free thought. When you get way, way up higher, it's stopping a free thought. In their creed, they say man has the inalienable right to free speech and free thought, but they just choose to not talk to anybody, right? And the wives that you saw on CNN, classic example of denial. That they know every inch of their husbands, like I said, but their husbands in 20 years never had a scratch on them? Come on, that's denial, period. Plain and simple. They calling me or anyone else, they're apostates. It's just another name. Scientology, any cult, are really big on other terms to get you to shut down your critical thinking. So ask what's behind that. What does that mean? These people left. Okay, you label them apostates, but let's move on from that. What did they have to say? What do you have to say? The bottom line for me, and most people I know who are out, is we say, look at both sides, read, look, listen, make up your own mind. And ask yourself this, why can't Scientology say that? They cannot. And I'll tell you why they can't. Because if people looked at both sides and learned the facts about L. Ron Hubbard and the Church of Scientology and all the dirty tricks they do behind the scenes, they would be on their way today. So I challenge you, if you're watching this, whoever you are, read, look, listen, check it out, make up your own mind. And make sure that you have a wonderful day. This is your life. Don't miss it. All right? I love you. Peace out. Have a fantastic day.